In what has become an annual tradition at the Ford Museum, President and Mrs. Ford were remembered today on what would have been Gerald Ford's 110th birthday.
Political reporter Rick Albin attended the ceremony this morning and joins us with more about why this day is special for the community and the Ford family. Rick?
Well, Emily and Brian, the tradition of the current president sending a wreath to the tomb of former presidents on their anniversary of their birth is one that's been going on for decades. But it's what former First Lady Betty Ford decided to do surrounding her late husband's birthday that sets the ceremony here apart from others.
Oh, say, can you see?
In what has become a familiar sight every July 14th, military, law enforcement, Boy Scouts, family, and friends gather at the gravesite of Jerry and Betty Ford. A wreath from the sitting president is laid, as is one from the family. But it's more than a simple gesture. It's part of a larger effort to preserve the memory and legacy of two leaders who had an impact on Grand Rapids and the country. Susan Ford Bales talks about the importance of remembering a president and an influential first lady.
You got to remember, we buried her on his birthday. So it has a double meaning, which is why we always honor her with flowers also. Ford
Bales is the only daughter and youngest child of the Fords, and along with her family have dedicated countless hours and hundreds of events to make sure their parents' contributions to the country are remembered. This ceremony is at the former First Lady's instruction to make sure the day the 38th president was born is not forgotten in a city the Fords never forgot.
It feels good to be with family. It feels good to be in Grand Rapids. You know, this is like my second home. And I just feel it feels good here. And people need to know more about Jerry Ford and Betty Ford because they were unbelievable parents, but unbelievable leaders in our country. And they get forgotten sometimes.
For the Ford's son, Stephen, today's ceremony is also a sign of how much Grand Rapids meant to his parents. But he and his sister agree that remembering the service of Gerald and Elizabeth Ford has added significance in a time of political turmoil.
I think it's important when you look, sadly, how toxic the political situation is today and has been for several years, that there was a time, and Dad represented some of the people in that time when Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservatives could reach across the aisle, could find compromises, and work for the betterment of the country, not just a political party. And so I think it's important to show those examples.
When I look at what goes on politically now, and it's so divided, it's like, where is Jerry Ford and Tip O'Neill and and Carl Albert and all of those people that work together to do something better for our nation? And I don't see that right now, and it scares me. I mean, I have grandchildren, and I worry about the world that I'm leaving them. And I just hope that there's a real turn in the tide, and people start to have integrity again.
Now, today's ceremony comes as the Ford Foundation and Museum began celebrating the 50th anniversary of then Congressman Ford's ascension to the vice presidency and ultimately becoming the 38th president of the United States. Ceremonies to highlight those important dates will be observed over the coming year. It was 50 years ago this summer that this country was consumed with trying to find out more details about something called Watergate. In fact, if you look at this is from April. 50 years ago, 1973, and this is a Time magazine cover that shows just how much coverage Watergate was getting, and this is more than a year before President Nixon resigned. And Emily and Brian, I feel compelled to explain that this is what became known as all the president's men: Nixon, Haldeman, Ehrlichman, Dean, and others, and they're wrapped up in audio tape, which was very important in this case. But there's something else. That little curly cord, that was on a telephone back then, just for people who don't remember, because that was a phone cord. Anyway, that was what it was like 50 years ago.
Yeah, that cover's very meta, Rick, because it's telephones, audio tape, and magazines all obsolete now.
All three things that we don't use, right.
All right, Rick Albin, thank you.
You bet.